You say so, sir. Alrighty then. So we're back at the school. It feels like it's been quite a while since we've been back here. Oh boy. So... Thor's Military Academy summer uniform. Students are free to make tweaks and adjustments to it. So you can put the summer uniform back on if you want. But since, you know, plot-wise we're on the uniform, we might as well keep that on. Or just remove it. You know, whatever. We can have kitty ears. Except not really. Okay. Good times. So let's see, battle-wise. We've done 7 bursts. I think there's an achievement for doing some number of bursts. Probably like 30 or 50 or 100, I don't know. Something like that, but... Corellia Fortress. We got Tri-Attacker R2, Tri-Attacker HG, Phalanx J9, Zephyranthus, Terrorist Sword, Terrorist Gun, Ars of Paranthus, and S Scarlet. Dun dun dun. She's got 1680 or 1185 strength. Huh. And we're in Chapter 6 now. Chapter 5. Tour of Corellia Fortress. Alright. We boarded the train and departed Legram for Corellia Fortress. While we were changing trains at Keldic, we found the station under heavy railway military police security, which made sense once we saw the Isinggraph pass through. We met up with Group B and our instructor, and together we boarded another train that took us directly to Corellia Fortress. The fortress was a mass of iron and concrete, a unified, impenetrable structure that perfectly embodied the crushing might of the military. Like when Randy said Mississippi was known for 3 things: AC pumped up beyond human capabilities, sweet tea, and ribs. Ho 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 ho! Major Neidhart briefed us on what we'd be doing during our time here. We'd been assigned to observe a joint military exercise conducted by the 4th and 5th Armored Divisions. We ate food, technically, in the mess hall, and learned about the Imperial Army's method of acting as though they're on a battlefield at all times. We were then given the freedom to do whatever we wanted until the military exercise. It was a true once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to explore the fortress, so I decided to see all I could. Newfie got drunk and started urinating all over the side of the wall. 2 soldiers arrested him after which. After touring the fortress, we took an armored car to the train grounds. There we met the commanding officer of the 4th Armored Division, Lieutenant General Craig, Elliot's father. After we greeted him, the exercise began. We were overwhelmed as we watched Oxane main battle tanks, annihilating old model tanks with live ammunition. It was nothing short of a pure display of raw power. As we were downheartedly working our way through dinner, Instructor Sarah popped in to tell us that we'll be taking a look at the railway guns tomorrow. We are students of a military academy, so we do have a duty to understand the kind of military strength this country possesses. August 31st, Tuesday, field study at the Corellia Fortress, Day 2. We expected the keynote session of the trade conference to proceed as planned, but then we received word that the Imperial Liberation Front had arrived in Crossbell. I'm worried about Toa and Prince Oliver, but it seems as though the Intelligence Division has a plan to deal with the situation. The situation report, even. The Intelligence Division was able to ascertain the identity of one of the terrorists, Gideon, or G, who we'd faced off with in the past. The identities of S, V, and C, meanwhile, are still under investigation. The identity, the masked C, proving the most difficult to narrow down. Our special lecture finished, we set off to tour the railway guns, but on the way, Instructor Neidhart received a call from John. informing him that the trade conference had been attacked. John then started complaining about digital tickets. When we heard the news, a heavy tension filled the air, but we had problems of our own at Guerrilla Fortress. A number of Xseed tanks had started to act on their own. Taking advantage of the confusion, 2 of the Imperial Liberation Front's airships invaded the fortress. It was clear what their target was. The 2 railway guns. Recovering the railway guns. August 31st, Tuesday. Field Study Guerrilla Fortress Day 2. We quickly divided our main priorities between our 2 groups. Group A went with Instructor Sarah to recover the railway gun in the right wing of the fortress, and Group B, led by Major Neidhart, moved out to recover the left wings. Our mission was clear, and failure wasn't an option. The terrorists had released archaisms into the fortress. One wrong step could have been the end. We reached an outdoor area looking out onto Guerrilla Canyon, only to come face to face with a large flying archaism, which we took down with relative ease. But we were too late. They fired the railway guns, and we were powerless to stop them. But fortunately, they only fired blanks. Grateful for our second chance, we ran as fast as we could towards the railway gun. We made it in time and managed to overpower the terrorists controlling it. But then Scarlet, made her appearance. She told that their operation in Crossbell had been unsuccessful, and Gideon had died in the battle. As soon as Instructor Sarah noticed that the railway gun had been switched to automatic firing mode, Scarlet summoned 2 giant archaisms and attempted to keep us away. By combining our efforts, we were able to defeat her and stop the railway gun from firing just in the nick of time. Major Neidhart and Group B were able to stop the other railway gun just in time as well. Conveniently. Meaning that together we were able to successfully thwart the terrorist scheme. Unfortunately, however, Scarlet managed to escape with the help of the terrorist scheme. With the help of the other terrorists, and flew away with C and V. Meanwhile, terrorists that remained in the fortress used poison to keep us from getting any information out of them. What happened there never became public knowledge, but to us it was a startling wake-up call, showing us how dedicated the Imperial Liberation Front were to their cause, and how serious Erebonia's predicament had become. Pretty much. Chapter 6. Like when Mario threw Luigi's record in the fireplace, they played the death sound effect. September 19th, Sunday, free day. I began the morning by checking my monthly list of tasks and getting to work. One of them was a curious quest from Angelica. The old schoolhouse could wait. I had to go to the training hall in the gym to speak with her. Okay. I think that's like out of order, but... 9:15 Wednesday, special homeroom. As we were discussing the Academy Festival, which will be held next month, word reached us that the board of directors had voted in favor of continuing our field studies. Which came as quite a relief. Instructor Sarah suggested that we go and speak with them. When we did, we were lucky enough to run into Prince Oliver and Major Vander, who thanked us for our work last month. September 18th, Saturday after school. We will be departing on our next field study next weekend, but we still have no idea what our class is going to do for the Academy Festival. Hopefully we'll have something by the start of next week. After I'd finished my business on campus, I decided to head on back to my dorm. Nice. So I guess we just want to head back to the dorm. See if we can talk to anybody on the way. It does feel kind of nice being back in our red blazer. Class 1's first year classroom. How you doing? It's Colette! I'm more interested in the food stalls than anything else this festival has to offer. It's so much fun to go around trying all the food on offer. My mouth is already watering. I'm sure it is. How you doing? Gaius and Fee are hanging out. discussing last night's Oklahoma State game. Coming up with a good idea for us to do for the festival is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Honestly, I'm starting to think that some kind of display wouldn't be that bad, at least in principle. It wouldn't, but that's the go-to idea for so many of the culture-related clubs. That, and I think that beyond the visitors enjoying it, we should do something we'd enjoy putting together, too. Huh, true enough. A display-type exhibit would always work in a pinch, but it wouldn't be something we'd get excited about. Agreed. How about you, Fee? I just came up with a good idea. Oh? Let's hear it. A shooting gallery using real bullets. Only problem is that you'd put a hole in your prize. Oh, that's the only problem? Yeah, that would never fly on Academy grounds. Dang. Yeah, that would... Bad things would happen, I'm sure. What's going on in the old music room? Everybody's playing the violin, Taylor Davis style. How you doing? It took a while, but my arm's finally all healed up. I can finally play the violin again pain-free. It's been so long that I forgot how relaxed I feel while playing it. That's nice. It's freaking Elliot! Seems like most clubs already have their plans for the festival sorted out. What if we're the only ones who haven't decided on anything yet? We really need to hurry and figure out what we're gonna do. Yeah. It's Mint! My class has the coolest idea for the festival, but they're all so mean. You break everything you touch, they said. For the love of Adios, please just sit still, they said. I mean, come on. Can you believe that? Sure, I'm a tad accident-prone, but they're completely ignoring how helpful I am. I saw Alan heading toward the fencing club earlier. He's had this look of determination lately. It's as if he's trying to do whatever it takes to change himself and get stronger. Probably so he can put on a better show at Cheddarstock. That's probably why. Uh-oh. Milliam's in the home ec room. Nothing good can come from that. I had all but given up on the idea that anyone would join our club, but then along came Milliam. Meh. I think there's some new books at the school library now as well. And you want to make sure you talk to Colette and Vincent to update profiles. She's every bit as creative with her cooking as Margarita, too. I really couldn't be happier. How you doing? Milliam, you might want to try being a little more gentle. Putting too much strength into it will ruin the whole thing. I gotcha. I know what I'm doing. I bet she doesn't. I have a seeking feeling that she doesn't. Meh. How you doing? When'd you end up joining the cooking club, Milliam? Not that long ago. I figured I'd get to eat all kinds of tasty stuff here. Just remember that it's the cooking club, not the eating club. Don't worry, I'm making stuff too. I made the stove blow up the other day. Somehow I'm not surprised. Oh boy. Cooking's actually pretty fun. I can't even let Lammy help me with pounding and flattening ingredients. Please don't do that. Oh boy. May God have mercy on us all. The art room. Nobody's in here. Except for you, of course. She's still working on that horse. The festival? I couldn't care less. It all just sounds like a ton of work. Where will you find me during the festival? Right here, working like I always do. Working on that freaking horse. You know, because a horse is a horse, of course, of course. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. And we're back to not being able to get into the computer room. Because why would we be allowed in there? Just wouldn't make sense. Anybody on the roof? It's Alyssa! What are you doing up here? Seeing Mother at the meeting convinces me more than ever that she'll never change. But I still can't believe she's been on the board of directors this whole time. Well, the revelation did kind of come out of nowhere. Did you manage to talk to her at all? Technically, yes. She has a way of saying all those things I don't want her to say, though. Alyssa? Sorry, don't worry about it. No sense dwelling on the past when you've got plans to make for the festival. I don't want her laughing at me for going on about being independent, and then not being able to make one simple decision. She doesn't want the whole internet making fun of her. Huh, yeah, you're right. We should figure out our festival plans for now. And maybe sometime down the line, I'll actually get to have a proper conversation with my mother. I don't know about that. Nobody else is on the roof. Alright, good times. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go downstairs, see what's going on down here. How you doing? It pleases me to see how well Prince Oliver is doing. Ho ho, don't call me a ho. He was quite the troublemaker during his time at the Academy. I never thought I'd see him holding on to a firm set of ideals and working so hard. It's a pleasant surprise. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Almost as big of a surprise as when Level Engine spilled coffee on Doc Sigma at the casino. That was crazy. No one saw that one coming. Yes, if possible, I would like to guide some children from town through the festival. My, Rosine, you've certainly jumping into the sister lifestyle with both feet, aren't you? Ba-dum-bum. Well, I see no issue with that, so go round up those kids and bring them along. What a relief. Thank you so much, instructor. Not at all, not at all. Keep up the good work at the church. I plan on nominating myself to take the children around this year's fest. I don't think you can nominate yourself. I don't think it works that way. It should be the perfect opportunity to get to know them all a little better. The Orbital Net. How you doing? It's customary for the sisters to escort children without parental supervision around the festival. I'm absolutely sure that you're the perfect sister to do so this year. Do we have any new peculiar dishes? Yes, we do. Colorless noodles. There you go. Enjoy. Dear me, I've never seen a dish quite like this before. This will definitely help with my research. Alright, good times. And you can have some hampering rice. Because why not? Oh my. Here's a little gift in exchange. 5 EP charge 3s. Oh, mind if I do? Alright. It's Sarah hanging out. Try and come up with an idea for the festival soonish, okay? Though I guess that's easier said than done. What with the board's decision to go forward with your next field study. Excuse me, I just hiccuped. That wasn't Sarah, I promise. I know, we're pretty limited on the time we can devote to brainstorming. Well, either way, better to have a few ideas knocking around sooner instead of waiting to the last minute. The longer you take, the more of the Vice Principal's angry ranting I'll have to endure. Oh boy. We'll do everything we can. Ba 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 ba. Makarov. The Epstein Foundation is saying that they found a vulnerability in their main OS. It might be in ours too, actually. I'll have to take a look and fix it up if I find it. Never really mentioned this, but you're pretty amazing with computers, Instructor Makarov. I guess. It's all such a pain, though. I'd really rather not have to do this stuff. Well, yeah. Obviously. It's a vice principal, by God. The first board of directors meeting went rather well. Though I was surprised to hear that they won't be canceling your field studies. A reckless decision, if you ask me. Of course you would think that. Just what do they plan on doing should any incidents occur off campus? Oh? Hey Cloud, what's up? Hello, Instructor Neidhart. Glad to see you made it back to the Academy. Indeed. All matters relating to the attack on Guerrilla Fortress have been taken care of, so I am free to return. I apologize that I was unable to teach you for such an extended period of time. Don't worry, Instructor Sarah did a fine job of filling in for you. Is that so? I'll be sure to thank her later. Not the type to leave debts unpaid, is he? Of course not. I'm in the principal's office. I'm rather looking forward to what Class 7 does for the festival. You all come from a wealth of different backgrounds, each with your own unique experiences. In that regard, I'd like to see something that only such a gathering of individuals could do. We really need to pull off something great now that we're facing these kind of expectations. No pressure or anything. We're not allowed in the conference room. Whee! Uh-oh. It's Margarita. Beloved Vincent, whatever will you be up to during the festival? Wouldn't it be splendid to use the event to spend some quality time together? Oh boy. How you doing? Talk of the festival brings back memories of our play last year. My first appearance on stage could be likened to a breathtakingly beautiful butterfly bursting forth from its cocoon. So wonderfully charming I was that ladies in the audience had to shut their eyes to resist swooning over me. Some might say that your acting simply put everyone to sleep. Nah. You may be unaware, however. What is this feeling of impending doom? His acting last year was truly a sorry sight. One can only hope that our operetta is worlds better. Probably it will be, but you never know. Alright, so I think, Margarita. Colette. We're done with Colette. New things. While shopping is her main hobby, she also loves walking around food stalls and trying out new things. Fun. And Vincent's done. Poor actor. He performed in a play during last year's Academy Festival, but when his part came, everyone fell asleep. That's a shame. Somebody's in the janitor's room. And it's the janitor, imagine that. The Academy's been pretty lively lately. You can really tell we're closing in on the festival. I've got my own things to take care of beforehand, but just let me know if you need a hand with anything. The festival only rolls around once a year, so you'd best make it count. Alright. Whee! So I think there's some new books in the library we can check out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I can't help but be nervous while sending off members of the board of directors. Each one is so in demand that their visits are few and far between. Since they're all VIPs, I need to muster up all of my confidence to even say hello. Whew, just thinking about it is exhausting. That's a shame. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. How's it going? It's Monk! Monk the Punk. This festival couldn't be more of a material gold mine if it were handcrafted by Adios herself. Heh, you should have heard the guys and girls arguing about our plans. It got really heated. Thanks for the material, everyone. Oh, Reen, by the way, I'm counting on you to cause some trouble again, too. Excuse me? What are you talking about, sir? I'm no troublemaker. Since we have our respective classes to assist, I propose that we do our food stall preparations on our free days. It's Becky! I will meet here at 5 in the morning. Alternatively, how about we don't? Yes, good comeback, mate. Good to see you're getting used to that. Uh-huh. I cannot believe it. Hugo the Wee Ticket can actually make some comebacks now. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Becky, something tells me your praise is a little bit fictitious. Becky's brain remains an enigma to me. But I suppose that whimsy is one of her good points. Pretty much. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, to the library. Da-da-da-da, bum-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Well, let's try not to leave a library book out in the rain to get ruined. Right, Carol? To think that the chairman of the board of directors here is the famous Prince Oliver. He's supposed to be a fascinating man, so I'd love to see him for myself. It's not as though he's gonna come strolling into the library, though. He's so close, but so far away. I wish I could trade places with Bianca at reception just this once. Well, I think you already missed him, so... How you doing? How you doing, female student with no name? I seem to have developed a reputation as a font of random knowledge thanks to all the reading I do. So my classmates have decided that I'm in charge of everything related to our event setting. Our project has something to do with the stars, so maybe I should tie it to mythology somehow. Oh, okay. Have fun with that. Do-do-do-do-do. Recommended reading corner. So there's all these still. We got the second one. Recommended reading corner. Erebonian Folklore Volume 3, I think, is new. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the last in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. Dark Dragon? What are we playing, Shining Force? An evil dragon said to have emerged from beneath the earth in Heimdall during the early Dark Ages. It is said that the miasma it exhaled turned the capital into a city of the dead, resulting in Erebonia's center being temporarily moved to St. Arc to the south, though no hard evidence exists to verify these claims. According to the legends, it was eventually vanquished by the Emperor and his knights. Great Knight. A giant knight claimed to have appeared on the continent on numerous occasions, since even before the Erebonian Empire was founded 1,000 years ago. Existing descriptions of it are vague and differ between regions, suggesting that its existence is mere legend. Immortal King. Terrifyingly powerful fiends which exists in many tales across the country. Said to wield a staff and have a skull for a head. They are rumored to steal the lives of any who witness them. The origins of these particular creatures are unknown, and some provinces regard them as no different from the Grim Reaper. The Crimson Demon. A fabled devil said to wield 1,000 weapons. Accounts describe it as wreathed in flames, but only a small number of reports exist, all found in the area surrounding Heimdall. J. Arendt. That's too bad. Read Erebonian Folklore Volume 3. Its contents were added to book notes. Alright, good times. I think we already read the Generation Conflicts thing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the media, okay. Did it. Just making sure. Alright. Now that we got our literature on... Hey, there's somebody up here. What do you know? It's Celine! Oh, decided to make a little visit to the Academy today, did ya? I'm kind of at a loss as to what our class could do for the festival. You wouldn't happen to have any good ideas, would ya? Meh. Huh, just kidding. We'll figure something out. Probably. Probably not. Give her fresh milk. There you go. Meh. Huh, she seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some another time. Probably. Good times. The Student Union building, by God. It's freaking James! Loads of people come to the Academy Festival every year. The students' families, former students, people from Trista, and other folks from even farther away than that. Huh, maybe I'll get to meet some cute girl this year. Probably not. I don't think there's anything new. Oh, it's like you can buy the new weapons here if you want to do that. Anything new? I don't think so. Oh, wait. There's already a new newspaper. Huh. Imperial Chronicle Issue 8. Terrorism at the Trade Conference. All the details on the attack and how it was resolved. We gotta read the newspaper. If we want to know what's going on in the world. Issue 8. Special feature. Terror at the Trade Conference. The Imperial government has held a press conference on the terrorist attack that occurred during the West Zamoria Trade Conference in the Crossbell State last month. In it, it was announced that they have submitted a report detailing what occurred to the Imperial household. As we have obtained a copy of the document, we have the opportunity to shed new light on what transpired. Who were the terrorists? The report revealed that the attack was carried out by two separate groups of terrorists. One was a faction of an anti-immigration group which operates in the Calvard Republic, while the other was the Imperial Liberation Front. It appears that the two groups joined forces in an attempt to carry out the assassination of key government figures. The attack's resolution. The conference was suddenly interrupted by two airships, equipped with machine guns. Soon afterwards, terrorists from both groups infiltrated the building and began a dramatic shootout with security forces. The man responsible for turning this hopeless situation around was none other than Chancellor Osborne. Not long after the attack began, an elite unit he had dispatched to the scene sprang into action, bringing the crisis to an end and ensuring the safety of the participants, including His Highness Prince Olivert. Looking back, it seems clear that the safe resolution of this attack was entirely due to Chancellor Osborne's exceptional crisis management skills. Yeah, sure it was. However, a specialist who saw the security protocols in place, describing them as lacking. Similar criticisms have been raised within the government itself, kind of how Steve Peterson often gets criticized. The aftermath. The revelation that last month's attack was caused in part by the same group, responsible for the recent attack in Heimdall, has led the Imperial Army to further raise the alert level and continue to pursue the group's whereabouts with an increased sense of urgency. That the group's members are traitors to their country is beyond question. Anyone with information that may aid in their capture is encouraged to contact the authorities as soon as possible. Furthermore, rumors have begun to spread that one of Crossbell's heads of state proposed the establishment of Crossbell as an independent state, but these are thought to be baseless and can safely be ignored. Politics! Emergency council meeting called. The Provincial Council has met in Ordis capital of the Lamar province. The aim is thought to have been to reaffirm their solidarity in maintaining public order in the face of the recent terrorist attacks. According to an attendee, we will fulfill our duty as nobles, member of one of the four great houses. Travel! Ymir, the hot springs paradise. For today's feature, I decided to board a more local line, or more specifically, a cable car. A journey just short of an hour on the Ymir funicular railway took me to the small town of Ymir, nestled in the stunning Isengard range. A quick jaunt is all it takes, so why not enjoy a drink while gazing at the spectacular scenery yourself? Culture! Carroll Imperial Villa. A simple trip into the suburbs of Heimdall can often result in unexpected discoveries. Carroll Imperial Villa, located to the northwest of the city, is just one of them. The villa is said to be home of both Crown Prince Cedric and Princess Alphen. I asked a member of the security team at what time the limousine to take Princess Alphen to St. Estrella Girls' School leaves in the morning. Her Highness travels to school on a private train, was the reply. It seems the Imperial Villa's security arrangements are as perfect as one would imagine. Apparently so. That's an exciting little piece of business. Ba-da-bop. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-bop-bop-bop. How you doing, Samantha? We're always happy to lend a hand in preparing for the festival. For example, we open up our kitchen so students can make samples of the food they'll be selling during the festival. Heh, I'm looking forward to getting a taste of this year's festival food. Nothing new there. It's Lind! Class 4 plans on opening some kind of cafe for the festival. Which I was totally in support of until they decided to use Vivi and me as the twin waitresses. I think I'm too shy to be a waitress. Oh boy. At least you didn't take an arrow to the knee and was forced to become a bartender. So me and Lind are gonna be waitresses together. Heh, sure, there's a market for that. Being twin waitresses sounds pretty good. Now I'm really looking forward to the festival. Nice. How you doing? We second years have done this all before, so we're not required to do anything. Still, it would be wasted opportunity not to get involved at all. Perhaps I should find some way to lend a hand. Perhaps. Perhaps not. I wonder what the first years had planned for us this year. Huh, this should be fun. Bum bum bum. Hey there, I take it your class is working hard on its attraction for the Academy Festival too. Wait, are you serious? You haven't even decided? That's bad. Like, really bad. You better hurry up and pick something. Quiet, sir. Apparently the upper classes are doing some really fancy stuff for the Academy Festival. Must be nice to have money to burn on stuff like this, but we're not going to let their budget show us up. Don't make a big mistake! How you doing? It's almost time for the Academy Festival, not that it matters to me. You're welcome to borrow the kitchen if you need it, but other than that, I'm not getting involved. The festival's for the students to organize, not me. Okay. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Whee! Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's Emma! What did you think about the outline I gave you, Dorothy? Well, I like the fact that it's focused on boys' adolescence. Oh boy. But unlike my work, which hinges on indulging a lady's fantasies, yours is much more subtle. Artful even. Artful Dodger even. This is perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing I've always wanted to read. Whew. Thank goodness. We're planning on putting together a collection of short stories for the festival next month. At first I was worried about the material the club wanted to include, but I was able to steer them in a better direction. Whew, that's such a relief. Yeah. I planned out a story for an exclusively female audience, but Emma took it and turned it into something with crossover appeal. She's a great writer, so it makes sense that she was able to strike a balance. Indeed. Ba-da-da-da. They're playing chess again! You gotta love that. How's it going, Stefan? Festival setup can be tough for the first years, since they have things to do for their clubs and their class. But that just makes it feel even better when their hard work pays off as something great. Might be tough, but it's all worth it. Sure it is. We're at a disadvantage in both class size and preparation time. It might be a struggle to put something worthwhile together. Ideally, we could think up an idea that only we could pull off. Yeah. Da-da-da. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, Kenneth is actually in here for once. What do you know? Everyone sure is excited for the festival. It apparently gets a lot of visitors from outside the school, too. My class has some big plans for the festival, so maybe I should set something up for the club, too. I don't think we have it. There's anything new here, but you never know. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, good times. Everybody's here. Thanks to you, Rex, we were able to get plenty of great photos. Now I'm feeling pretty confident about our exhibit at the festival this year. Nobody's going to want to look at nothing but nature photos. We need some babes in the mix. Oh, God. I ended up in charge of the room design for Class 3's event. I plan to base it on a certain haunted castle, famous for its paranormal phenomena. I do so hope that something excitingly unnatural happens during the festival. Oh boy. I'm sure it will. I mean, come on. Something always happens during a festival. I mean, let's be honest here. Uh-oh. Sounds like people are talking inside. Ruh-roh. They're having a meeting! General Leo style. Okay, next on the agenda is the issue of the food and drink stalls. More specifically, how we ensure hygiene standards across all of them. That's a big one, especially with how many non-academy visitors we'll have. Worse yet, Heinrich and some of the other instructors were saying the stalls should be banned if we can't take care of them. Are they crazy? We couldn't possibly ban food and drink stalls at a festival. That's half the fun right there. In that case, we're really going to need each and every student to understand their responsibilities in regards to hygiene. We've still got about a month, so if we take the initiative early... What if we discuss this with Instructor Beatrix in the infirmary and worked with her? That seems like a good way to do it. Sounds good to me. No objections here. Heh, it's settled then. I'm sure if we work together, everything will be fine. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. She seems really busy. I was hoping to ask her about what Class 7 could do for the festival, but today definitely does not seem like the right time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. Or maybe not. Of course, we still can't go in here. Rat bastages. Bum 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 bum. Woohoo! Oh, the bike's here. That's exciting. How's it going? How's it going, Crow? Hey, Reen. Huh, speak of the devil, Crow was just talking about you. What's this I hear about you guys struggling with your plans for the Academy Festival? It's embarrassing to say it, but it's true. Well, you had so much on your plate with field studies, who can blame you? You can start thinking of stuff now that all that's out of the way, though. Good point. But it'd be nice if you actually lended us a hand or come up with something. And if I did, I'd be denying you youngsters a valuable lesson in independence. How could I live with myself? Sounds like Crow's already made himself at home in Class 7. It sure does. In fact, they're getting along so well that I think he should spend another year with them. Hold on, Elika. You're not seriously hoping I get held back a year, are you? What'd I ever do to you? That reminds me, actually. What did you all do for last year's festival? We were in different classes, so we all did different things. My class had a little attraction that used some machines I built myself. You certainly showed off your stuff with that, didn't you? Meanwhile, I had the pleasure of playing the leading man in a play we held in the auditorium. Now that was popular! By which I mean all the girls went absolutely crazy for her and almost tore the auditorium down. Of course I had to wade through that sea of admirers to get to my top priority, Toa's class cat cafe. Just remembering how impossibly cute she was in her cat outfit sends shivers down my spine. Oh boy. Wow, I didn't know you could weaponize cuteness. But not only did Crow take charge by helping out a bunch of different places, he even organized a performance that closed out the festival. You all did a performance together? Yeah, nothing too fancy. Might have been almost as popular as Helika's play, though, I don't know. Oh, let's not be humble now. It was far and away the most popular event at the festival. The audience was so excited that Toa managed to get over her initial nervousness and get really into it. Now I've got to know what this was. Maybe I'll tell you about it some other time. Speaking of Toa, actually, I really can't thank you enough for what you did while the trade conference was going on. I guess that applies to Crow, too. I don't even want to imagine what would have happened to her if you hadn't stopped the railway guns. Yeah, okay, turn off the waterworks. No need to thank me for helping a buddy. He's right. Besides, it wasn't like we were the only ones involved either. That pickles. I'm just glad we're all here safe and sound and can joke around about the festival like this. It's all the things I need. Even so, thanks, Reen. Good luck on coming up with something. Seconded. If you need us to lend a hand, just ask. I'll do just that. Good times. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We can't thank you enough for helping get Toa back safe and sound. If you need any tech-related help for the festival, you just let me know. Nowhere near enough to repay the favor, but it's all I can do. Coolio. Oh, there's a new Mega Master Quartz. Megalith. Earth Elemental Master Quartz. Increases obtained experience. Gotta get that. Obtained experience multiplied by 1.25. HP, EP, CP regeneration on field small. And you get Earth Lance, Grand Press, Earth Pulse, and Luck Rest. Coolio. We got another one. Slot. I think all our slots are already open. Aren't they? They are. Cover. Oh, we don't have Purgatorial Flame. Was it Flame? I will show you how. Summons the Flames of Gehenna to reduce enemies to ash. Small area. 50% chance of burn. Get one of those. Ragna Vortex. Ooh. Swallows up enemies with a lightning imbued whirlwind. Oh, we actually had that in 0. All. 30% chance of seal. Get one of those. We got a lot of Evade 1 for some unknown reason. We need a Seraphic Ring. Fully heals and heals 30% HP for 4 turns. So it's like a full heal and regen, and it cures KO. Damn! That's not useful or anything. Alright, good times. How you doing? Whatever we end up doing for the festival, I'm gonna take a background role and just work my magic behind the scenes. I'm technically still a second year, so if I helped you out too much, it wouldn't exactly be a fair contest, you know? He's hoping you guys manage to figure out something good. Uh-huh. As usual, Toa is busy with her student council presidential duties. But it's thanks to Class 7 that she made it back from Crossbell at all. I really can't thank you enough. Yeah. Settle down, alright? It's gonna be okay, I promise. Nobody's in the courtyard. Anybody out here? How's Fee's Flowers coming along? Good? Alright, that's great. How you doing? The seeds Fee planted have bloomed into beautiful flowers. Heh, I'm so happy for her. It's all because she poured so much love into them. Pretty much. Fee's flowers are in bloom and giving off a gentle, calming aroma. That's nice. As we can see if there's any fish we haven't caught here. Hiya! Wait.
Now that's a catch.
You can get your gold salmon here now. Who knew? That thing gets around. What the hell's that thing? Is that new?
Now that's a catch.
Arowana. Not new, but, you know. 50 Sepith Mass. Bum, ba da 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 bum, 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 bum.
Caught one.
Carp! Carpal tunnel. Tear bomb. Bang! Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
What even is this?
Crayfish. It's crazy. One more. Nice outfit for a garden girl. Aw, yeah. It's a crab.
Caught one.
Great crab. 2 shit in the shells. Nothing new, but still. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. What's going on in the old gymnasium? Do-do-do. In the training. Looks like Alan got his ass whipped again. Cheddarstock style. Friedel transformed into some kind of monster if you put a sword in her hands. But I won't give up. Not after the promise I made to Bridget. That's too bad. Heh, you still have a long way to go, Alan. I get that you're focused on the festival right now, but you can't use that as an excuse to slack off. It felt like I was scoring off against a demon just now. How you doing? Damn, she's not holding back, is she? Still, the first year has gotten pretty good. They're holding their own. Heh, it sounds like you're under the impression that you won't be joining us. As luck would have it, you're actually up next. Get over here! I mean, what? I think you're in trouble there, Loggins. And freaking Patrick. Hello, Schwarzer. I've been hearing rumors that Class 7 still hasn't decided what to do for the festival. Do tell me they're untrue. I wish I could, but they're true. How about your class? Decision already made? Ha! You should have expected no less. Not only that, we've started our Preparation H, and even organized a practice schedule. Needless to say, things are proceeding very smoothly for us at the moment. Wow, that's really impressive, especially a month ahead of time. That's not to say I don't have concerns, however. I come from one of the 4-grade houses, meaning that rumors have been spreading about my family and their plans. This is exasperated by the fact that I find the rumors unbelievable. The rumors believable. My family may well be up to something in secret. Patrick. They're only rumors. At the moment, it's our priority to fulfill our duty to this academy. Which means you need to hurry up and decide upon an idea, understood? Will do. Good luck with whatever your class is up to as well. Freaking Patrick. Rat bastard. What's going on at the old pool hall? There's a pool expert. How you doing? Man, summer just flew by. We need to get used to swimming in the cold and fast. Especially since it's going to be like this all the way up until next summer. Not in gym wear. How you doing? He's on the bench. You know, I would have expected that icy winter weather would be a sign for the swimming club to take a break. But nope, guess we gotta suck it up and carry on some twisted academy tradition. I guess I better get used to swimming in the cold so I don't get sick or anything. That's a shame. It's Laura and Monica! Today I'd like you to try the butterfly stroke. Really? Isn't that a little advanced? Heh, don't worry. It takes some getting used to, but I'm sure you'll be able to manage. If you put in the time to practice every day, you'll have it down faster than you think. Laura's as strict as ever when it comes to practice. I can't deny that she makes me want to work even harder, though. Monica style. We have to decide on what we're going to do for the festival soon. I'll see if any ideas come to me while I swim. I doubt it. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You're not supposed to run by the pool, Reen, you little bastage. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Anybody upstairs? Du-du-du-du-du. Nobody's upstairs, by God. Swimwear at the pool. Where am I going? What am I doing? Well, what the hell's happening? I don't know. It's crazy. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, alright. Anybody out at the field here? Second years don't have to take part in the festival if they don't want to. They say it's because we're at the point where we're supposed to decide what to do with the rest of our lives. But seriously, this is the only time we ever get to be students, right? Might as well enjoy it while we can. Uh-huh. We plan on helping any and all clubs that'll be making use of the field for the festival. Heh, what could Elisa and Ferris's classes have in store for us? I don't know. Probably something terrible. Haha, simply perfect, Whitcomb. The festival shall go splendidly if you keep up this pace. It's Paula! We're pretty much locked down on our festival plans over in Class 5. I'm thinking about helping out the writing club instead, though. Mainly because I'd like to put the things I've learned here to use. There you go. I had planned on questioning my brother about the Noble Faction's intentions while he was here for the board meeting. However, he managed to deftly dodge my queries, and avoided anything even remotely resembling an answer. There's definitely something odd going on with them. The Noble Faction, I mean. I've even heard rumors suggesting that they're linked to the terrorists. At any rate, it's our responsibility as nobles to do all we can to understand what's really going on. And our life here at the Academy, particularly our field studies, provides us the perfect opportunity to do so. I agree. Agreed. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright. Dun-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I'm guessing we can't go into the auditorium, of course. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 no, nope, 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 nope. Alright. Should I go back to the dormitory? Yes, you should. Do it. Don't make me come over there.